Hello friends and welcome back for another episode of Indie Impressions. My name is Nick and today we're going to be checking out another game from the Global Game Jam 2014. This one is called Alone and it is by developer Spirit X. The twist to this one, it is a first-person horror game, pretty standard stuff, but it was supposedly created from only public domain assets. So that seems like a pretty interesting challenge to me. I'm not sure quite how accessible that type of a thing is for people, but it seems like, from the screenshots I've seen, the game looked quite lovely, so we might be in for a bit of a treat here. This is a Unity game, by the way, and I am in pretty much just the right type of conditions to do a horror game today. I'm not sure, there might be some jump scares, so if you're the easily scareable type or you prefer not to get involved in that sort of thing, you might want to abstain from this video, but let's jump into things and see how it goes. First impressions, by the way, title screen, kind of janky. I'm pretty sure that the screenshots that I've seen look substantially higher production value than this title screen, but again, if that's because everything is from public domain, I guess that sort of explains how you're able to produce something of very high production value in only 48 hours. So looking around this room, first thing I'm seeing here is, wow, this is like really nice looking. This is actually reminding me a lot of Amnesia, and I'm picking up on some really fancy stuff here. First of all, fabric with physics modeling to it. Pretty sure that might be a plug-in for Unity, but I don't see a lot of people do it. And this particular bit of fabric looks quite nice. There's actually, I think, some shaders looking like they might be moving around a little bit. Kind of hard to tell. Lighting conditions are a little strange, but there is some dynamic shadowing and stuff going on over here on this cabinet. And let's see what else is going on here. It's got some nice bump mapping going on the outside edges of this wood. It's quite detailed, looks very lovely. As well as some very creepy paintings on the wall, which seem to set quite an ambience. And actually, this is a very atmospheric room, I have to say, for not having a whole lot going on. First of all, that picture's terrifying. I'm not even sure if that's supposed to be some sort of, like, alien, like, H.R. Geiger type thing, or if the head is supposed to be the thing at the top. I don't know. It's a very terrifying demon, so I hope I don't run into that. There's also a heart-beating sound, which is kind of par for course when it comes to any kind of horror game. And then I think we're going to run into perhaps even a little bit of filtering and such as we go on through, just from the quick experience that I've seen doing a very quick sound check. So the usual run around, I think at the beginning we're going to be getting a little bit of spacing to give us some distance so that we might build up some tension and suspense. I think that's highly likely and highly advisable. I think that's kind of something that I always recommend when it comes to horror games. Like, I'm not going to get invested in the game if I don't have a little bit of a run-up before things start to get hectic. It's a pretty crazy seam we've got there between those textures. I can run with shift, by the way, in case you were wondering. Oh, it got dark for a sec. Looks like that's gone away. Just want to take a look at this very creepy painting. And I do hear some wood twisting sounds. And I am observing these lovely particles floating through the air. Also a nice thing to develop a little bit of a sense of space. When you've got those particles floating in the air, it's sort of reinforcing the sense that there's some volume to the space that you happen to be walking through and inhabiting. Does this move or bend or deform when I walk into it? I'm trying to figure out. Doesn't look like it. Oh, I hear a little girl crying. And, oh, I can jump over this fence. That's usually a good sign. Just hope I didn't get myself stuck or something. No, we're good. It's a very jumpy camera, I have to say. I was a little bit surprised. When you're running and when you're moving gently, things seem to hold up pretty well. But when you start moving around quickly and trying to jump around... Yeah, there's the filtering I was mentioning before. Basically for my sound check, I just ran down this hallway. That's all I really had to go on. So, what's this function of this hallway? I mean, we've got these same pictures repeated a whole bunch of times. I don't know if that's just from lack of assets, trying to build a theme, or maybe there's actually a gameplay significant reason why those pictures are being displayed over and over again. I have to say, though, these textures are very high quality. They very much do go well together. And this architecture is quite well done as well. I don't know, maybe there's like prefab models that you can use that might even be public domain. And if that's the case, then wow, I think I want to go build one of these myself. Because this looks fantastic, my goodness. This looks like it could be something right out of a pre-rendered scene in Myst. I am quite shocked. Look at even the lovely details on the ceiling here. We've got these little wooden support beams with little highlights on them and things. I think that's just the bump mapping again coming into play. And look at that, the screen on the ceiling inside of that dome. A very appropriate glass texture, or I guess plexiglass or whatever, some sort of serrated safety glass type of thing. Oh my goodness, you can see through this door. It's got a whole green thing going on. I am having the issue with the cursor not locking on. If you're wondering why I'm spinning around in circles, that's an issue that always frustrates me. When you open a door and the door moves you. Oh, and also it's got a little bit of that leftover highlight around the edge of the handle inside of the shader. I think it's a reflection thing that has a problem sometimes. I've seen this happen before in other ones. And this should hopefully take me back around to the other side. I'm just making sure I'm exploring every square inch. This is a strange thing up here, too. I'm not really sure why there would be this it's like chunk of a hole up in the ceiling. But I guess, you know, maybe they're going from some certain type of architecture map, schematic or something. That is such a cool effect. I really like seeing that kind of thing. These look like very high poly count rooms as well. Like, these are types of things that you'd probably only see in a reasonably recent game. And I imagine if this was built in another engine, this might be also very tasking on a computer. What's going on over here? Oh, I've reached the boundaries of the world. Apparently, this table is blocking me from access for a good reason, so I guess we won't be going that way. Fair enough. You know, 48 hours again. Uh-oh. We've got screaming. Is something chasing me? What's going on? Let's take a quick survey of the landscape, see if anything's changed. There is a white something over there. Is that probably just a texture that didn't quite get filled in, or maybe we were seeing through the ground or something? Alright, let's... Oh, wait, I saw it again. Seams? Oh, they must be seams between the textures. We're having anti-aliasing issues. Henceforth, there is not enough anti-aliasing, perhaps. Let's run a little bit haphazardly. This looks like a room or a hallway where something's going to chase me. That's kind of what I have figured out. And if I haven't triggered the tag that's going to cause whatever encounter to expect, then I'm probably going to soon. If there even is such a thing. I'm not 100% sure. Okay, so now I think we've bottlenecked. I think this is only the one and only place that I can go. Or is this the whole thing? This might be the whole thing. Oh, I think I found a texture that doesn't have anything in it. Yep. Alright, I can see through the bottom of that. Alright, so what's the point of this room? I don't know. Looks like there isn't one. This just leads back into a circle. So maybe this is just the beginning, the formational element of a horror game to be that hasn't quite come together yet. I mean, that's entirely possible. Maybe I should just run back in this direction. That's probably what they want me to do, because now there's wind blowing. Also, that noise effect that I kept seeing in front of the screen was reminding me a lot of One Late Night. I think it's kind of a possibly like a stock noise filter. Was that knocked over before? I don't think it was. It's definitely doing a good job of building the atmosphere. It's a tense moment, even though I'm not sure there is really going to be any result. But this door was locked before. Let's see if this opens now. No, still locked. If you were going to make a really short horror game, that actually would be a pretty reasonable way to do it. Just make this like a long straight shot to a big open room, run around in a circle, have it loop you back into itself, and then somewhere along the line you find a key, and then you can make that path back to the original door that was locked at the beginning, open it, get scared, run around in circles for a second, and then move on. Did I not go... Oh. I guess I just didn't go through the straight part at the bottom. All of a sudden, everything has changed and gotten wrecked. And all of a sudden, things are much, much more creepy. Wow, this is like a really nice texture job. This environment is beautiful. I seriously have to start getting into this Unity stuff myself, because if somebody can make this stuff out of public domain, I think I could do some good work here. Alright, so now the heartbeat sound is very pronounced, and it's actually maybe a little bit annoying, because I'm not really sure that we're in any clear and present danger. Also, there's this musical theme that's playing, and I'm not sure, I guess it fits pretty well. but I kind of wish it wasn't playing, because it's kind of ruining some of the immersion for me at the moment. And also, I keep thinking I'm seeing things now. Oh, wait, the table's gone. Oh, but there's still no textures here. Well, this may be one of the more horrific moments anyway. We've reached the end of the world, friends. There's simply nothing here. Okay, well, I guess we'll just head back down. Maybe I was right about what I was saying before about with the locked door. I just want to keep looking around at everything, but I don't think I can interact with any of this stuff, unfortunately. You know, you can kind of go a long way if you just have the ability to open a couple of chests, like be able to play with them on physics just a little bit, just, you know, swing the doors around and such. This is clearly like a scripted door that is only meant to open and close. Okay, apparently I can't go through there. Also, that would be a great spot to put, like, something scary on the other side. If you're looking through, just, you know, a quick reminder that things are not necessarily the way that you thought they were going to be. Oh god, is that a face? What am I looking at on the other side of that? Also, the door that we used to get in here, I think, is gone. Or was it... Maybe there wasn't a door, actually. Hey, stop trapping me on the other side. That's not... It's not scary when that happens. That really looked like a face, actually. And it was pretty terrifying. Alright, this is getting darker and darker. I'm getting a little bit of a Silent Hill feel by the way that the whole texture feeling and vibe has changed. This is getting intense. There's scratching sounds. Looks like the ground's been ripped up a little bit. I kind of want to go to this side, too, and see if there's something on the other side. Oh, look at that. Wow, that's a really good effect. Because very rarely do you see wallpaper that's ripped up like that. I wish I knew how much of this that I could attribute to the developer and how much of this was public domain. I'm sure you guys are going to let me know in the comments section, but it is, it's tempting. I want to, you know, start throwing around some praise, but I don't know who to give it to. Alright, is there going to be an encounter here, or are we going to get away scot-free? Because so far, I feel like we're really leading up to something wild. Oh, that's supposed to be the wallpaper that's all on the ground, I suppose. Where on the wall did that rip off, though? I don't see any area that has quite that big of a chunk miss. Oh, God, that drape. Wow. Okay, I guess I'm pretty on edge, despite what I had said earlier. This room, nothing going on in it. So I guess that just leaves the one. And if this is still locked, then I guess GG. It's not going to be locked. You knew it. Yeah. We're doing the Blair Witch ending, evidently, guys. Well, kind of a reverse Blair Witch. So there's a child standing in a corner. This is who we heard crying earlier, I suppose. Yep, alright, that's pretty scary. Door seems to be shut automatically. And I'm going to just try and strafe away from this character as quickly as I can. I'm pretty sure I'm not going to be able to do that. Door is now locked, of course. And I guess we'll just play musical chairs. You guys, you want to play some musical chairs with me? Oh. Well. He didn't actually hit me, but... Alright, I'll give it to you, because where else were we going to go with that, really? Game over. It's a little off-center, but, you know, I'll take it. All in all, Alone was very impressive, in many ways, actually. The pacing of it, the musical theme, the texture work, the geometry. I was pretty impressed by that one. So, if you want to go check it out, link is going to be right in the description. Feel free to go grab it yourself. It's not a huge file or anything. You can go check this out yourself and see if maybe you can find anywhere else to go. I'm pretty sure you're not going to be able to, though. That was pretty much everything as far as I can tell. But big thumbs up on that one. I enjoyed it. It was a good time. Let me know what you think in the comments. I'd love to hear your opinions on it. And again, my one big question was, like, how much of this was, like, the geometry, the texture work, the music. I mean, I know it's supposed to be all public domain, but, like, something about it has to be actually created by the developer, right? So, like, the scripting somewhere in there, the AI work. I figure probably a bunch of it, but I don't know quite where the line is that happened. So let me know that, if you don't mind. And, of course, check out my other stuff in the description, too, like my Twitter, my Facebook, my website, generally, indie-impressions.com. If you want to visit that one, feel free. There's over 600 other episodes that I've covered in the series, ranging in all kinds of game genres, all different payment styles, and pretty much anything you can think of is over there. And it's all sorted, so if you're curious about a specific type of thing, feel free to go check. And with that, I will leave you for another day, so please do come back again tomorrow. New episodes go up every single day without exception, so I'd like to see you back if you enjoyed things, and I hope you have a lovely night. Take care, guys.